Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished Pipeland, and Bowser wrote a letter to Mario, daring him to come and rescue the princess that he had kidnapped. So, Darklands, World 8, Final World. This tank stage just automatically enters as soon as I come into it. There will be a lot of auto-scrolls in this world, so get ready for that. Many things being shot all over the place. Some cannons shoot bombs, some shoot cannonballs. And just kind of have to wait around for them to roll on by. Some shoot fire. There's a lot of places I can stand that are relatively safe here. Just don't stand where the danger is, and everything's pretty okay. You can lift me up on your head if you come out of— whoops! Well, I stood where the danger was. Yeah, so don't stay there because the wrench will kill when being shot if I'm standing on Rocky Wrench's head. The question mark goes so fast here, so that's where the power-up is. It's a little harder to get if I'm big, but I wasn't. Gonna do a duck slide under some time pressure. This funny little propeller, why does a tank have a propeller on it? That thing's not gonna fly with that tiny little thing. That doesn't hurt to stand on, it's just a solid block. I remember being surprised by that discovery. Too many things on screen! I once watched somebody get through this level in a play mode where he could not get any points at all, and every time a bomb explodes another bomb, it gives you points. So every bomb had to be rescued, and it was a huge production to get done. Seemed like a big pain. Entire armada of tanks is being driven by this one boomerang bro. And I get a star for my efforts. So that was essentially a Hammer Brother. Do I still have a music box? I do. Can I put you to sleep? Doesn't look like it. You're clearly still awake. I'll check that first pipe in a moment. Alright, so the ship that rides on water. Oh, this is a, alright, so that's a very dangerous fire flower to get, especially since it's a fire flower? Yeah, like, that's not gonna... If it was a mushroom, maybe. But if it's a fire flower, you're not getting out of there with that thing. You'll probably get out with less than you came with. There's a trick in this level. I will show it next time I'm here, but if you want to skip most of it, you can. I went bouncing the big cannonball. My desire led to my death. Alright, let's check this pipe. It's gonna go to something I can't get through, probably a lock shortcut for later, yes. So this will be the next screen we see. Oh. Alright, sure, I'll do this without any power-ups, it's fine. Let's get that mushroom. So that water down there is safe to swim in, and that's important if you want to do a special trick. Yeah, so that's probably about the safest way to get that. Spawn it, run to the right, under the cannonballs. I still want to stomp on the big cannonball. It's hard to do because it moves pretty fast. There we go, I did it! Unlike the little cannonballs, the big one gives a good bounce. Yeah, so holding A, that's as high as I go. At least I think it does. I'll have to try again and check. Rocky Wrench, I think, gives a bad bounce. Yeah, that's a short hop. Wah! Oh, dang it! Alright, was this the guy whose back I bumped into? It might have been. Somewhere around here. No, it was you, right? Anyway, so let's just not be close to those. So they decide which way they're facing as soon as they pop up. Okay, so here's an opportunity to test... Ooh. Yeah, okay, so big cannonball gives the good big boost. Anyway. How many more ships in this armada? Bowser has amassed quite an army. While I was out running around, he was shoring up his resources. No expense spared to stop Mario. And despite that, he dares him to come and stop him. It's just a special dance what the two of us do. This armada was being piloted by Boom Boom, slightly more formidable than Boomerang Bro. Slightly. and does not give an item. So that's star. How many... Okay, I have lots of item room still. Oops. I do not need a star in this pipe. I have lots of stars. I don't use that as often as other items. Okay, so this screen is funny. Let's see what happens when I go here. Nothing. Let's see what happens if I go here again. Gonna do it a few times. There's a random chance, yeah, so I didn't press a button. A hand will sometimes pop out of the ground and just grab you into this stage. Okay, you. There we go. You can also manually enter the stage if the hand doesn't pop up and you want to play it. That's what I'll probably be doing for the rest of these, if I don't get handed. Sledge Brother? There's like every kind of brother here. First appearance of Fire Brother since the secret one in World 2. So if you didn't find that secret, this would be the first you ever saw. Leaf! So you get a good prize out of those. Still plenty of room. Okay, so did not get handed. Gonna press the button, I can enter manually. These three stages are tiny! That was the brother stage. This is the fire bubble stage, or whatever those are officially called. This particular game has a funny name for a lot of different enemy types. I should check what it calls that thing that pops out of lava. Manual is quite a trip to read. I jumped to touch that thing for no reason. It makes no difference for collecting it. It just feels good. I always try to jump and make it disappear right as I touched it, so it looked like I was picking it up. Because I thought that was funny when I was younger. Alright, this one's about fish. This might actually be the most dangerous of the three, maybe. Is there a... no, nothing in there. Power up will be here. I'd like it to come through there so I don't have to duck slide. Okay, this was actually not that bad at all. It's already pretty much over. And now I have 3 leaves. I try to make it so that, like, Big Mario's hand comes down when he's done at the top of his jump, so it'd be like he reaches up, grabs the thing, and as soon as his hand comes down, it disappears. That's what I'd always try to do. I played this game a lot of times. So little things like that amused me sometimes. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is an extra fast auto-scroller with not a lot of ground to stand on. I already lost my mushroom, as you might notice. Happened really early. I don't think there's another one in this level. It's scrolling so fast you might have trouble getting it. Something feels funny about the physics. I don't know how much of that is perceptual and how much is, like, actual. Like, am I moving or are the airships moving? I don't know what the auto-scroll is relative to, and if that has an effect on air physics, like maximum speed in one direction or another, it's hard to tell. Looks like I did it, and yeah, no power-ups. Another boom boom. Will I survive this? Probably. This one had wings, briefly, but I clipped them. Alright, that all went well. And that erased the lock, so now if I game over, I can shortcut to wherever that pipe goes, which I don't actually know yet. Now we're in the dark. Darkland. So that pipe... Now wait a second. Where does that pipe go? Not anywhere I have access to. Will I see a second lock? Do I have to, like, open both shortcuts for it to function as a shortcut? I put my mark on the ground. What do I see through here? It's the dark screen, right? I'm pretty sure. I'll be on the right side of it, I think. All the pipes I have to go through. Yeah, right side. There's a lock. Okay. Just in the dark again. All the pipe screens in this world are the same. They got kind of funky and creative with them in other worlds, but in this one it's always just like upper pipe, slope, lower pipe. Alright, so here we get to the actual levels of the world. Oh, I need to fly here. Can I find flying implements? This might be the first half of one. Ooh, that's a dangerous thing to get. Ah. Well, I'm not gonna keep that very long. Okay, let's try again. I just got 3 leaves, why don't I just bring one? Like this. There's a thing I want to show. Yep. So, stuff up in the sky here. I don't know if it's directly above. There's... Oh, there's a P-switch. Why is there a P-switch? Whoa, that's so many coins. What? I want to get those coins. I did it. Alright, so P-switch for many coins. There's more stuff in the sky yet. I am doing a terrible job at actually flying here. There's a big tall pipe I can go into somewhere over here. It's that one, I guess, but I didn't fly good enough to get to it. Alright, let's check what's in that box if I'm already big. Whoop! Dangerous thing to do, but I insist. That's a fire flower, not what I want. Well, now I want it. Okay, so I'm not done flying. Can I still find a local leaf, or do I have to bring my own? None of these pipes go, let's just make sure. And that was a coin, I remember. Nothing... Coins here, sure. I don't suppose I could, like, get high enough with a, Alright, so I see those bullet bill shooters. I want you not to be around when I'm trying to do this silly operation I'm gonna attempt here. Whoa. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting high enough to get in that pipe from here, no. Is this a leaf? Dangerous one to get, except none of those are shooting? There they go. They took their time. That's a star. Alright, well, I appreciate the star, but is there a leaf around? Well, maybe that was one, but not anymore. Is there a leaf here? I might have to die and come back here. That's fine if it happens. It's gonna happen because I didn't really do that jump properly. Okay. So let's try and earn that within the level. I'll give it a genuine shot. As long as I just watch the plant cycles and be patient, this should be very doable. Little bump there, coins here if you want them. Pretty sure there's nothing in the lower bricks. I'm not even gonna bother. Down there was a star. Do I care? No, that's too dangerous to get. Don't need it. This is a 1-up. Did I get that 1-up last time? Maybe. Okay, are you a leaf? You are a leaf. Here we go. When's that cannon next to me gonna fire, I wonder? Pretty much as soon as I walk away. Okay, there's a lot of danger here. Okay. I'm gonna go back a long way. Alright, you need to not be there, Ghostface. That will do, I think. Okay. Going all the way back. I could probably fly there, and it looks like I need to, actually, to get anywhere. Alright, I'm currently flying. There's something on top of that, maybe. I don't remember having gone up there. Let's do it now. This might show me something that's new to me. A couple of flowers, and stars, and a bunch of nothing. Okay. I think this is just a convenient landing point so I can launch myself again and get here! Here are 3 1-ups. So those 3 1-ups can coexist on the screen, but in that one... was it 5-1? That one Skyworld level, where I could hit multiple 1-up blocks. They erased each other. Where am I? Where am I in the level? I want that turtle to wake up so that I can know exactly where it is. Alright, so you knock that out. Where am I? Oh, I'm here! Okay, I just didn't recognize it from this side. Or maybe I turned around before I got this far. This jump was really hard for me a long time ago. You kinda... I don't know if you have to do the Koopa Troopa jump there. Whoop. But it sure does help if you do it. No, it was this one here. Right, you have to do a scary note block jump, because you need the speed, and you need to be confident that when you press the button on the note block, you're gonna actually, I need to go back. You're gonna actually get the jump. I don't think I can go back. Sure I can. This is fine. Oh boy. Put myself in danger, for curiosity's sake. Alright, you can help me out. Does this have a leaf in it? No, it's the brick over there. Yes, I know. It's fine, don't worry about it. Alright, you go in the pit. Ghost is still there. Right, you stay where you are. Okay, leaf for me. What? Ah, dang it! Alright, guess I'm starting over. That's fine. Whoa, well, that won't do. Many bullets coming my way, and that means that won't be a leaf. Oh, really? Oops. Oh, that was a bad time for that. Yep. Don't want the star, so I'm not getting it. Don't want the 1-up, so I'm not getting it. Here we go, leaf for me. I even kept it, not for very long though. You know, there's a quicker way to do this. I'm never going to use this item for anything else. Let's just P-wing here. Like, I got through the level that way before. This just doesn't really change anything. All I want to see is if there's anything else in the sky. So there's this big block of blocks, just to match the wall down lower. If I go too far, I'm going to end the level without getting the card in it. Where is that level end? There it is. I could see it in the glitch blocks at the edge. So, right there is the end of the level. Alright. P-Wing has confirmed that there was nothing here. And now this will simply convert into a leaf. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Alright, so that was level 1 of Dark World. Here's level 2. White sand, here. Is this... This is a sand pit I want to go down, isn't it? Yeah, this stuff down here. Go down the first sand pit if you want. I think that's where the power-up is, and there's like coins on the right, power-up left, I want to say. There are indeed coins on the right. And I could fly to get more of those, and I guess I will. Sure, let's do a full sweep here. Okay, P-meter, why are you just not going up? There we go. See, I can almost get it all the way up on one run from one side to the other, but not quite. Okay. That pipe looks upside down, the way that its shine is. Alright, I'm gonna go backwards. Oh, am I? Yeah, I'm gonna try. Might have to fly to do it, but I'm gonna do it. Just make sure none of the harassers are in the way first. Alright, so sure, there's lots to see, but I just want to go in that sand pit again. Because there's a left side of it that I wish to experience. Yeah, so this is all the level you'd see on top, that's fine, doesn't matter, there's a power-up down here. Easiest way to do this would be to see what's in this room and then die and restart to see the level forward, but that's not what I'm gonna do. So, right side for coins, left side for power-up. It is a leaf. Those plants will not stay dead, right? Right. They have returned. Okay, that's fine. I can unreturn them. Alright, now I want to experience the level from the start. How far will this get me? To the brick? Okay. That's a fine place. So there's a Paragoomba here who clipped my wings before. Should have been the other way around. Okay, so, start of level. Alright, so if you don't go down the sand pits, just have to realize the level scrolls down and think, what might be down there? Or just know. None of those pipes go, I happen to know. Plants growing in the quicksand. Alright, I want to see what that brick is, and I'd like you not to be in the way for that. It's a P-switch, really? Hold on a second. If I walk too far away from those things, they despawn. So what will you do? Oh, I think I know what you'll do. You'll change coins into blocks and vice versa, but yeah, all of those are coins, and if you want an easier time through here, not note blocking, that's what the switch is for, I think. Whoops! Well, that was clumsy. Alright, so to do this without a power-up, and I guess... Whoa, the Angry Sun is here, what? That didn't show up last time! So if I do this from the start, the sun spawns. If I go in the pipe, it just doesn't appear. Fascinating. I wonder about that bottom note block there. Right, yeah. So, I forgot there was an Angry Sun level here, and I guess I never see that because I usually go the power-up route. So it does so many things. It skips a lot of the level, it gives you a power-up, and it makes the sun not show up. So yeah, going in the quicksand is a pretty significant easy mode. If I want to jump over things, that's not quite the way to do it. I need a little bit more jump. Okay. But why would I want easy mode? That's not what I'm interested in. I would like to engage with the level as it is presented here. Whoops. Okay. So I could try the P-switch thing since I already collected those, so that wouldn't only help so much. If I die and have to start over, I will try. I really wonder about that bottom note block. It's hard to hit, though. Whoops! Whoa! Too much run speed. Alright, so for the full gamut of experiences, let's try this in P-switch mode. Officially a switch block. Once again, the official name is not what anybody calls it by. I just want to hit that bottom note block to see if anything falls out. I'm gonna try again. There we go, I did it. Nothing fell out. Okay. Wah! Okay, so P-switch did not help me all that much, and didn't really last long enough to get all the way through here. That's okay. Yeah, so the sun is a screen space relative enemy, which does all kinds of jank when you scroll the camera, and feels kind of bad, but also it does not scroll up and down, only left and right, so don't forget it's there. I think this is the end of the level here. Just as long as I'm not in the bottom center, I'll be pretty safe from it. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. And this is the end. There we go. Alright. And that is 8-2. And those are the last two cards I'll be getting in the whole game, so those stars will never turn into anything else. Here's a pipe! What's with you? Hey, this one's shaped differently. What the... Why? There's a pipe that goes to a pipe! For reasons completely unknown. I don't remember this. Anyway, here's a mini-fortress. Oh, it's this one! This is quite an exciting place. So let's go all the way right before going into any doors. It'll be easier to do that if I'm alive. And it'll be easier for that to happen if I have some sort of power-up. Let's... Oh, I have two hammers that I can never use. Can't use it here. Let's use a mushroom. Just because I have all these items doing nothing sitting in my inventory. Well, that was a very useful mushroom. Yes, it was. I'm still alive right now. This is a mushroom. Okay. So, the Doors Fortress. First I'm gonna go all the way right. Covering all this ground is gonna take some doing, that's okay. This is sort of a two layers thing. This is a P-switch, I want to say? No, not here. I'm thinking of another spot, apparently. Is this anything? Yeah, that's a P-switch, okay. That's a spot I was thinking of. So are you gonna disappear as soon as I go too far away? Oh. Not that time. Oh, I think the dry bones is actually enough to get me up there. Why P-switch? What does that do? Turns those into coins. I guess one thing it does is lets me get in here. Okay, this is the door I will take. Okay, I took that door. I'm over here now, wherever over here it is. Here's a fire flower. There's a door floating in midair. Either I needed the P-switch active, I didn't see if it made blocks, or I needed to, oh boy. Needed to... can only go the other way through that door, or something. So that was the first door. I have a tail now, which is very nice. That's a fire flower. So bottom door took me to that spot. Oh, wait. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'll take that fire flower now. Well, you know what? I'll take that flower that turns into a mushroom now. Double rotodisc, surprisingly imposing. This is the mid-air door, isn't it? It is, right? Well, there was a power-up in there. I guess I'll get it. Okay. So, there's also a fire flower here. Alright, so last door in the hallway. takes me, ooh, in that imposing place. Alright, so if I want to see the most of the... Oh, I'm stuck here now. Well, there's a thwomp there and a bunch of stuff. You know what? Let's see what the bunch of stuff is. That lava just kills me the instant I touch it, which is probably about right. So which door do I want to go into to see the thwomp experience? There was a wall of... oh, that's not a power-up. This is. That upper door will take me into midair, which is fine. Whoa! Okay. So there's the thwomp. Okay, so I did actually see the thwomp. How do I... Without a P-switch... Without a P-switch, I'm not getting through here. With a tail, I could. I could have a tail. If I were small, I could get under the thwomp. I guess that's the route to get back. So if you want a tail, you have to either find and activate the P-switch in the right, or just go this route, which is much simpler. It puts you on a conveyor belt, headed for lava, sure, but you know, just don't be intimidated by that, and everything's fine. You can also just go to the end and skip the thwomp entirely, but I want to experience the thwomp. So breaking this wall, here's a safe place to stand. And there we go, I broke through the wall. Okay, so everything joins up here. This door, however, will go somewhere else. Wait. Oh, so there's a door here that's going to be one of those P-switch only doors. Because those are a thing. Alright, 2 bricks there that I have some interest in. The silly diagonal thwomp that moves so slow. Here's a sideways one. One up if you want it. I guess I'll take it. Alright, so the hallway of the variety of thwomps. I'll risk this door. Okay, that takes me there. Right, so I guess this is front side, essentially. There's a door by that thwomp. Is there a... No, that lets me out. Another leaf here. If you lose yours. Alright, and that's that door that I came through. Okay. Going for full exploration here makes this navigation much more complicated. Okay, so I would like to find a local P-switch. Where could I possibly do that? I know of one. Ah! Oops. Alright, P-switch I know is there. Whoa, okay. Let's do this with you on the other side of me. How about that? Looks like when you stand up, you face in my direction. So if I do this and be fast, it should be possible to... Here we go. Here's the secret door. It's 1-1 up. Alright, that's what I figured it must be. While P-switch is active, conveyors are not. Alright, so here's the spot. Here's a leaf. Great. I'm right back to where I was. Cool. Okay. Don't fall in that lava again. Here is door. This totally goes forward in the fortress. Yeah, so that'll take me through all sorts of stuff. What does... do I see when I go here? There are totally invisible coin blocks there. A star? Alright, well let's experience getting trapped here. A 1-up. If I'd waited, I could have gotten it. Star lets me knock out a ghost. Okay, cool. How do I get to that door? Is that another secret door? Okay, so... duck or be small on the conveyor to get here. I know the way out of here, of course. It's unforgettable. But I'm trying to explore all the doors, and that's turning out to be quite difficult. Whoops, well, there's a 1-up. Okay. A lot of those hidden away. Can I knock out a dry bones? Indeterminate. So with a P-switch I could get in there. Alright, so bring a P-switch here. Something all the way on the right up there. Whoopsie. Well, I'm gonna run into a... oh, well, rotodisc apparently. So there's quite a lot to this fortress that I don't normally see on a visit to it. There are some... aw, dang it. Where was that spot that I was trying to get? So this... alright, I made a P-switch door there. Oh, uh-oh, it's fine. Right, so here's this region. There's stuff to the right I haven't managed to get to yet. this door, I did not do this part. So that below... Oh, I see what you want. So I can do this to get all the way over here, and this is hard to access, and that's a P-switch door, so it went away. Okay. Can I retry that? Well, I'd need better reflexes to not die there, I guess. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, so where was that P-switch run? It starts here. So if I don't do the... Okay, so if I do the P-switch run, there's a door there, but if I don't do it, there's one here, in this secret spot. And I'm guessing one up. Yeah, okay. Alright. That's that one up. And I'm trapped down here now. Oh, well, I'm still not getting that one up. That's fine. So if I want to return to where I was, or somewhere productive, it's a little hard to do. That's the end of the road here. So if I want to be anywhere, that's the only way to go. Okay. Yeah, going backward from here might just not generally be possible. I'd like to see what's in that box, because that's the last one here I haven't bopped. It's a coin! Oh boy! Alright, so without a P-switch or a tail, I'm not getting over there. Like, we've seen the whole front and back side at this point, right? There's still stuff I would like to see. Okay, so what's over here? There's a question mark right there. Let's see what's in that. So there's this door for the question mark. It is a fire flower. I'll take it. And there's another... Oh, wait. But can I use this P-switch to get where I want it to be? Let's try it. Exit to the fortress is over the other way, but I'm trying to go this way now. Ah, dang it. Alright, I can try again. That's fine. This is a coin. Oh, it might be a star! Okay, that's probably a star chain star. Yeah, that's probably a star chain star. I am not making this easy on myself. Well, that was never the point of this. So will that still be alive if I go over here and scroll this far? Yeah, okay, it's still there. I think this is a power-up? Yes, great. It can be 2 power-ups. Going through a door messes with my ability to judge by the P-switch jingle whether it's still active or not, because timer doesn't advance while I'm dooring. Okay, so here's this section. I think I've seen everything from this point forward that I wanted to see. So star here. And yeah, that's totally a chained star. Alright. So chained star there if you want it. There's one more thing I want to see yet, though. I think it's here. Alright, yeah, so the P-switch door at the end of this run. Where does this lead? If I actually go all the way. Nowhere interesting, just to the end. Okay, anyway, so end of the fortress. After all that door mazing, is here. Right, and you have to wait for the P-switch to end. Because conveyors don't run when in P-state. So, boom boom, on a conveyor belt! Ooh, and yeah, it's as awkward as it sounds. All my jumps are super weird. So this thing's going to the right. He's unaffected by it. His orb, however, will be affected. Anyway, so that's that mini-fortress. Is that the... Let's see, I think that's the second last... Well, third last level in the whole game, right? So here's this pipe that I went through earlier. This pipe goes to Bowser's final defenses. This set of tanks. Alright. Final tank. If I had a tail, this would be a good place to attempt getting a 1-up chain, which I have not done yet. I don't think I'm gonna have a tail here, though. And also, this is not great for it. Gonna die. Not quite. It'll happen to everybody someday, but not me today, I think. Okay, yeah, I don't know. The 1-up chaining potential here is not the best. With a P-wing you could do it. All you gotta do is stomp 8 enemies without hitting the ground, and then you start getting 1-ups from that. I feel like I used to be able to do it here, but it definitely requires some sort of flight or gliding. I didn't bring any. Whoa! I was sure I was on my way to death there, but nope. I remain alive. That's the end of this tank gauntlet. There was a spot where I could have gone above the ceiling. I didn't have the means to do it, though. Alright, final boom boom. Don't miss time as Spiky back, and I did not. Alright, final boom boom defeated. All that's left is Bowser's Castle. Here we go, Bowser's Castle. Fancy floor, fancy statues. Which one of these is the rude kind of statue? You are. So you will just die there. There's like 2 laser statues in the whole castle. If I'm fast, I can run under it. Okay, my mistake. There are 4. Those 3 and then 1 more later. So, blocks come out of the ground there. Here's a place with a really eye-searing background. Hard to see what's going on. That dumps me back at the entrance to the castle. Yeah, so running full speed is just barely safe from lasers. Up is the way forward. If I dry bone my way up to there, can I even? I can, but that thwomp's in the way. The thwomp's in the way, so I guess I'm not going that way. Right. I thought there was a way to get him out of the way, but maybe I'd have to, like, bring a star here? You know what? Let's do that. I'm interested. If I brought a star, though, I couldn't stomp on the dry bones. Okay, let's try this again a little better. That thwomp just sitting there. I could bring a hammer suit and knock out the thwomp, I guess. That was unnecessary. I actually also didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, so this run to Bowser's Castle, you get used to it after a while. You usually spend a lot of times doing it. Alright, so I don't know how to get past that thwomp easily. Hammer suit can knock them out. I guess if I just had a mushroom, I could walk through it and take the hit. That's an option. Whoa. One up here, and if you're big, you can sneak through the wall there by duck jumping into that and then standing up. That's a common technique to skip a little bit of this castle. Doesn't skip a whole lot, though. I'm having this weird feeling there was a secret block somewhere else in that stairway, but maybe I'm making that up. So, donut block and lava bubble gauntlet. Going to various places. Let's try the bottom one. Ooh, okay, I'm in the eye-searing thwomp room again. Alright, so we know where we are. The door doesn't come with me, so that just spits me back out earlier in the castle. Okay, well, there are 2 dry bones, since when? Normally there's just 1. This time I'll bring a fire flower. Alright, so absolutely no reason to go through the thwomp. Okay, even if I'm big, I can avoid the lasers by running at full speed. Alright, so with fire flower here... Just go... Alright, sure, I'll show the super secret skip here that everybody in the world knows about. It's that. Alright, and then I'm gonna fall down and do this properly. Okay, so the bottom path spit me back out in the thwomp room. I'll take the same route, but go 1 more layer up. Here I will find what? A thwomp, a donut lift... Ooh, multiple hazards? Okay, this is a dangerous hallway. I'm not used to going this route, this is not my normal way. Okay, so the 4th laser statue, I think that's the very last one in the castle. Doesn't this lead to the end? I think this leads to the end. Assuming I survive it. Yeah, those are Bowser's fireballs. The man himself is here. Just off screen, shooting those... Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, those are placed on purpose. So this room here is non-unique. Oh, also there's something funny I can do with that last statue. So Bowser doesn't seem to keep mushrooms in his castle, other than this one. Not the kind of mushroom that I want, though. Somewhere I know that a power-up exists in this level. Probably multiple. So anyway, I know what that room is. I didn't go all the way to the end of it, but don't worry about that. If I take this route instead, I can reach more stuff. So the very uppermost would take me to that door. One layer down, that's the power-up block. Well, I'm 2 layers down. Okay, but from here I can get everywhere I need to be. Okay, so no matter how you reach this wall, as long as you haven't dropped the donut blocks, everything is fine. Okay, so that door down there, we know what that is. Let's see, be easiest... Well, you know what? That would work fine. So, whoopsie. Whoa. Okay, you know what? I'm big right now. There's this thing I want to do with that. Let's go through... This is likely to kill me, I think. A lot of things in here are, but this especially. Pretty sure there's a funny thing I can do if I get to the end of this hallway with my mushroom intact. Just gotta survive all the Bowser fire. There's a, like, fire flower in here? A leaf! Even better. Alright, so survive the Bowser fire. When does it start? Right here, and it's aimed right where I want to stand on the platforms. All of them. That's fine, as long as I don't take a second hit. Yeah, that is expertly placed. I want to be up there. I'm gonna have to fly to do that. Maybe P-speed would be enough, but I can't get it here. So fire reverses and goes the other way. That is not the... That is the spot. Yeah, so I can totally duck slide through that little gap like I did with the 1-up block and end up... Where do I end up? Just caught on the wall? Do I die? I know I've done this, but I forget what happens. So is it possible to jump high enough? No. I would need to have kept my leaf and flown... I think I actually need a P-wing for that? Is flight possible here? Probably not for long enough. I think I would need a P-wing to do that. I think I have a P-wing. Okay, let's go through the door there. Let's see what's on the other side, at least. Oh yeah. Alright. Check it out, it's Bowser! And we do a very exciting fight here. So this was the first of its kind. This particular battle of fighting somebody stompy who breaks through the floor slowly shows up in many games. Some Mario, some other games. Let's see how this goes for me. Should be fine, I'm pretty safe here. Whoop. So, gotta force Bowser to break through the floor and take a big fall. And that is how I could win the game. However, you can tell I'm not going to. Oh, I get my points, and that opens, but I'm gonna die here. I'll follow Bowser. Oh, the door closes as soon as I die! Ha! That's pretty funny. Okay, let's bring a P-wing, I guess. How many do I have? 2, 3. Alright, so that's plenty of chances. So, survive with P-wing all the way to that spot. I want to phase through that wall. I know I've done that. I think it does something that is, I think I get trapped and can't move and have to wait for the timeout, but I want to see that actually happen. Right, so unsurprisingly, given that it is unlimited flight, it's not very hard to get here without taking a hit. So all the Bowser fire will be far below me. I want to do this. Alright, what will happen? Yeah, I'm trapped, can't move anywhere. I can do this, and that happens, and I can't even swish my tail. Yep, so all the buttons I have. Well, here's that button. That one doesn't help me. Nothing much I can do. Just gonna have to wait for the timeouts. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, there's one more path I want to take, the very uppermost one. And what will I bring with me? You can also fight Bowser with fire. If I get there with a fire flower, I'll fight him that way. We saw how to defeat him the any Mario can do it way. Well, that thing actually hit me. Alright, there's a fire flower on the way to where I'm going. So, just running at full speed isn't always safe. Sometimes, those will actually deal damage. I wonder why. Did I run bad? Maybe I ran bad. Okay, so uppermost door is what I want to take. First, I would like what this is. That's a leaf. Okay, no, I can fly up there nice and easy. This one goes to this hall right away. And... is this different? This is different. This is not the same room. Okay, so donut lifts and Bowser flames. That is quite different. And a different spot to maybe get trapped forever. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Let's go over the statues and try to preserve this fire flower. I want to take it all the way to Bowser and use fire on him. Although if I'm gonna get trapped by the statue, I guess that wouldn't be an option. Maybe I won't. We know what happens now. Let me just see if that's another spot where it can be done. And yes, I am taking this shortcut for convenience. Might as well. Alright, so I have everything I want. I'm gonna go in here, carefully. Actually try and... okay, 5 laser shooting statues. 6? Wasn't there one more in here? There are a few. Alright, so Bowser Fire, Donut Lifts. Whoop! If I go fast here, I'll have an easier time than if I go slow. Yeah, that's another Get Trapped Forever spot. This one scrolls to the right, but I'm fairly certain, even though it scrolls to the right, it stops at some point with just solid bricks all over the screen. That's the one I remember doing. That was more memorable than the one where I can still see the door. But yeah, I just get trapped in solid brick and have to wait for the timeout. Alright, let's fight Bowser with fire. Wait, can I not fireball him? Oh yeah. So get here with fire and you can have an easier time. Just because he shoots fire doesn't mean he's fireproof. He takes a lot of hits. But he'll go down eventually. Well, he would have. I know he would have. Well, now I have to do it. Problem is, I'm out of fire flowers. That was my last one. I guess that'll have to be a Loop 2 thing. Oh, I got a better idea. Hold on. Alright, Bowser. Let's try one more thing. I get one shot at this. Can I bring a hammer suit all the way to Bowser? I think so. Let's see if that's actually true. It's not. Okay. Do I have... let's see. There isn't a fire flower anywhere in here. All the power-ups are leaves, aren't they? And I am out, right? Oh. So that can only hit me once per... once ever? Fascinating. Or the bottom laser block maybe just doesn't hit, it's only the higher up ones. So small Mario can always go? Doing all the science here. Yeah, bottom of the laser is not deadly in any way except when it is? What? Alright, whatever. Yeah, I have no fire flowers left. I have a Tanuki suit, I have a Tanuki suit, I have a P-Wing, I have some leaves. Alright, well I won't be hammering him this time. That's maybe something to try for next time. Okay, well I'll just use a couple of things, and you know what? We saw all the stage, so I'll make it easy for myself. Because yeah, that thing there, that's a leaf. By the way, if you get a leaf with a P-Wing, you keep your P-Wing state. But if you get a flower, you don't. Wait, isn't there a flower down here? There's totally a flower down here, right? On this path? Am I making this up? Well, dang it. Now I won't see. Is there any power-up at all? This is a leaf, so no. Alright, no flower. Fine. Alright, gonna be little for Bowser. That is fine. I fought him little before. It's no problem. I think there's some randomness to his moves. Sometimes his fire goes higher than other times. I guess, like, one strategy here is to dig 2 holes. Well, that didn't work out. Alright, let's do some fun things here, since I decided to bring a Tanuki suit. Well, dang. That I can't knock out a flame, and it just sits there and kills me if I'm in statue form? Well, I just learned. I could knock out those rotodiscs, but not anymore. And yeah, that item. Can't bring it with you, so might as well use it now since I have it. What? Oops. Yeah, that's a leaf, so Bowser does not keep anything on hand that could damage him. Smart. So yeah, if you want to hammer him, of course you have to bring your own. If you want to fire flower him, you also got to bring your own. Alright, well, that's... I'll try to do one of those things on a future run, and yeah, I guess I'm just dead, actually. So here's a place where you can fly. Yeah, so the donut lift path is easier than the... Oh, should I do it? I should not. Do I have to? Yes. Fine. Oh, well, dang it! Yes, this path doesn't come with a power-up. Alright, so you get a power-up on the other one, but an easier run on this one. Alright, how would I do this? I would have to duck fly and squeeze myself in there, and you know it is not worth it, just to get stuck in the brick wall. Alright, yeah. So this is almost functions like a callback to Mario 1. Wait, the arena's different! Oh, if you go this way, you get a harder, like there's a narrower path to breaking him through the bottom. I'm learning so many things. I thought they both led to the same place, but no, the top path gets this arena. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, in Mario 1, it is sort of a special challenge to bring a fire flower and kill Bowser with it. And in this game, it's kind of the same way. I can tell when he's about to jump because he stops his little hops. Alright, there we go. In the name of trying to show everything, I got to spend a little bit more time with my friend Bowser, and that was nice. A little tiny Mario rescues Princess Toadstool. Oh hey, he got big. He found a mushroom in the doorway. It's less awkward this way. Ooh, that text scroll is real slow. But that's part of the joke. A princess is in another castle. Just kidding. Ha ha. Alright. She tells a joke when I see her. So, game ending. With this jaunty tune. World 1, Grassland. So let's see if these names line up with what's in the manual. And we get these little rendered in miniature maps of the places. That's neat. Desert Land. Showing the Fire Brothers here. Waterland, yes. That land mess is apparently supposed to look like Japan. Giant land, swim away from... You never see that swimming sprite. Mario can't swim like that, except during the ending. Skyland. Yeah, a bunch of unique artwork in here. Are there bums in Iceland? Where are they? That Goomba slipped and fell over. Right, and ducking with the hammer suit like that makes you fireproof. That plant was shooting 3 fireballs. Okay, the names of the worlds do all line up. Somehow I thought there was a difference. Maybe that's another version difference like the Karibo's shoe thing. The end. So if I press start now, I'm taken back to the title screen. If I press start now and start a new game, secretly there's a new game plus. It doesn't tell you about it, but if you go in here, now my whole inventory is full of P-Wings. This is 4 rows of P-Wings. Everything else is the same, but whole inventory is full of P-Wings. Alright, so that was loop 1 of Mario 3. There's a few bonus things I want to show, but we're going to do a full loop 2 with a whole bunch of things I missed along the way, things that couldn't all be done in the same run, and that's going to be exciting.